What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. Today is Thursday, May 14th, and we ended up banking $42 today, which is pretty nice. It happens to be my single biggest PnL gain since I started live day trading at the start of April and making these videos. So pretty hyped. This is the best I've done so far, and no red trades either, which is nice. So you can see here, here's the portfolio. Banked $30 on ALT and $12 on Riot. Both really nice setups, really nice execution, and I'm really happy with my overall performance today. So we'll go right into it. ALT I traded off the bell, and Riot I traded kind of more intraday at around 11 a.m. So if we go over to this chart here, so this is the daily for ALT. You can see it's kind of forming this big consolidation breakout to the upside. Multi-day breakout here with increasing volume every day. So this is the third day this week that it's been breaking out. Looks like somewhat of the apex because of the huge doji that it formed today. So here's the 5-minute chart. This is what I saw pre-market. So obviously we came up here, we made our high at 510 pre-market, and then we came down, and then right when the bell was kind of ringing at around 9 a.m. we started to squeeze back up, and I was watching for a low up above this marker and then some continuation. We got a decent pop, but luckily I got out in time because this thing pretty much reversed right back down, and you can see throughout the day that it used that pre-market resistance line as resistance and then sold off into the close. So that's the one we're talking about there. So here's a 10-second chart of what it looked like in the morning, just so it's a bit easier. I never use a 10-second chart, but it's just easier when I'm doing these recaps to show you. So here's our filled orders here. You can ignore these ones. These are just the orders that I sent in. Let's reduce me a little bit. Yeah, so we're looking here and here. So right off the bell, this thing squeezes way up. I don't chase at all. It's got really nice volume. 200,000 shares per each little 10-second candle. So that's really big volume. You can see the relative volume is massive compared to its average, so 21 million versus 1.7 million. And then the first 1-minute pullback, this is on the 1-minute chart, this was the first 1-minute candle. I bought it, and look at how it comes right down to VWAP and right down to that 9 EMA. Even though this is a 10-second chart, VWAP's always going to be the same. You can ignore the EMA, but yeah, it came right down to VWAP, and I ended up buying in there, so I submitted my buy order for 540. Because I just wanted to get filled even if it popped up a bit. I ended up getting filled at 534 right here, and then I noticed the rebound really quickly, made some new highs, and I ended up selling this at 566. So pretty much nailed the top on that one. Pretty happy. See if we can fast forward. Yeah, so pretty much nailed the top at 566. So it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, that was a great trade. So we'll go back to a 1 minute now, and you can see this thing kind of just popped and then dumped the rest of the day. Luckily, we managed to take our profits and run. So there it is below VWAP and below that pre-market resistance level. So this one was off the table. So we moved on, and we were just kind of watching some stuff. We weren't really hopping into anything crazy. And then actually one of the chat room members in this new group I joined called True Trading Group, TTG. You can probably find them here on YouTube. Excellent community and chat room to join. I highly recommend it. It really helps me a lot, just bouncing off the ideas off the other guys, and yeah, just like, there's only 500 people in the chat room at once, which is really nice because the chat's not just like blasting past. You can actually read what people have to say, and people actually read what you have to say. So it's a really good community there. So one of the guys calls out that this was a TTG triangle, which I haven't taken all the courses yet. I'm working on that, but I'm guessing that's just a bull flag. So you can see, yeah, Riot is also a blockchain company. So you can see that all day today, Bitcoin's been running up really high. You can see even right now it's still continuing this bit of a parabolic move. So that gave me reason to think that this thing had some more room to the upside. Plus, it had a really nice consolidation into this triangle here. See if we can't blow that up a bit. Yeah, really nice, really nice. And then it had the breakout, Not much volume on the breakout. That was a bit of a red flag. I probably should have waited until this spike in volume here to hop in. But either way, I ended up hopping in here on that break. Where is it? So yeah, right here, ended up hopping in at 219 for 200 shares. Oh yeah, so I had 100 shares on ALT2, and you can see the PnL here was $30, $2 in commissions, and I paid $3 in commissions on my RIOT trade. So overall, $5 in commissions today. That is excellent. Interactive Brokers is extremely good for, you know, if you're starting with a really small account and you don't want to get eaten alive for $5 a trade. You know, that's why I paused my Dash Trader, because Dash Trader is fantastic, but it's $200 Canadian a month to use just the data, and I'm paying, if you make over $20 of commissions in a month, this whole platform costs you $5 a month. So it's much more reasonable right now for me to use this than DAS, and I'm really hoping that once I start making bank, I can switch over to DAS, because I really like that platform a lot more. But right now it makes more sense cost-wise to use Interactive because of these low commissions and the low data fees. So yeah, I ended up hopping in there on Riot with 200 shares at 219. So you can see I ended up kind of top ticking it there. Not the best. Yeah, right there. Pretty much bought the very top of the breakout. It pulls back. My stop loss was below the VWAP there. And you can see that even around VWAP there's some nice support here. So it was around 208 area. And then as we started to squeeze up here, I moved it right below this kind of this doji here, this sort of hammer formation. So my stop loss was around 213, just to tighten up those losses if this thing decided to do a fake out. So yeah, it's just, and the good thing too is my issue is I always go in a winning trade and then I see the, you know, even 10, 15 bucks PnL and I try to hop out right away. But even though I was lower size on this one, yeah, and I also reduced my size just because I already had a winning trade on the day. So to kind of, I want to have my big, like the best time in the morning is, you know, to make your trades is when there's all that volume of momentum. So make some bank then, and then throughout the day reduce my position size to lock in those gains that I have. So anyways, yeah, buy at 219 here. Risk is below at 208, and then not the best R&R, but this thing looked really nice. And because Bitcoin was pumping too, that I was pretty sure that this was going to work out. And then we have a nice little pop here, and it pretty much just floated up, which was really nice. So I sold the first 100 at 24, just to kind of lock in some of those gains. My thinking was I wanted to sell before this high, and then I held because it really looked like we were going to break the high. Broke the high, had a huge, really nice move, and then I sold the other 100 shares at 229. So right here. So hindsight could have held a little bit longer. This thing continued up quite a bit higher, but it was just a little bull flag breakout, nothing crazy. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it today. Just a really chill day. You know, I'm getting less and less kind of nervous when I'm trading. I'm, you know, managing my risk a lot more after the Beyond stop out. Like, that's what I was thinking about last night. Is like I got stopped out on Beyond. What was that, 60 cents? So I pretty much never have to fear getting stopped out again, because it can never be worse than that. Because from now on, I've already had the worst thing happen, where it stops you out for a big loss and then completely reverses in your direction. So from now on, I either get stopped out and it continues down and I save money, or it never hits my stop loss. So, you know, it's a win-win. So yeah, those are the two trades today. Continuing to tweak this. So this is my other chart here. I've noticed that having a really big chart of a SPY really helps during the day, because I never really realized before how much this actually influences price action in every single stock. So yeah, that's it. This is the watch list window, main window, and then I've got this window here, which has, you know, usually the TTG chat room up here. Excellent source to use when trading. You know, bounce the ideas off. Mike, he's announcing what he's thinking about the whole market direction as a whole throughout the day. So it really gives you all the tools you need to be successful. What I'm going to try out tomorrow is Ross Cameron kind of has like he has a 10-second chart, but Interactive Brokers won't let you. This one's a 15-second chart for those early morning breakouts, so you can really get right in there in the action. So I'm going to see how this works tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll read what I have in my book. Nice opening bell pop on ALT when it broke above pre-market highs. However, I had no stop loss set immediately and no hotkeys. Oh yeah, right. I need to make hotkeys for this still. Yeah, so hotkeys are crucial. Those are going to allow you to get in and out much faster, especially exiting position hotkeys. Could have easily pulled back and killed you. So yeah, this thing really did pull back. So hindsight, got kind of lucky, honestly. Should have had my stop loss in place. But, you know, that's the thing, is these things rip up right in the morning and then they sell off. So if you can be quick right in the morning, you're usually pretty good. Yep, beauty setup on Riot, and that's it. So yeah, pretty easy day. It felt like I kind of had an idea what I was doing today. So anyways, guys, that's it. Best PnL day. Let's keep the green streak going in for tomorrow, Friday, and into next week. Have a good one.